stop what you're doing right now if you are watching this, because you need to pay attention. Because very soon, every single mobile phone across the United Kingdom is going to blast out an emergency alarm. Yes, that's right. Your phone, your partner's phone, your kid's phone, all of them. And it is not a drill well. It is a test. But the reason why is far more serious than you might think. The government is warning Britain to prepare for war. I'm Alex Armstrong and this is GB News Originals. Please don't forget to subscribe and like the video before we get into it. First, let's break down what's actually happening. The UK Emergency Alert System is a nationwide warning system that can send a message directly to every mobile phone in a given area, or, in this case, the whole country. When the system is triggered, your phone will make a loud siren-like sound, vibrate and display an urgent message, even if your phone is set to silent. You don't need to be signed up. You don't need to give your number, and you don't need to do anything. The alert is going to happen automatically. The government and emergency services use this system to warn you if there's a life-threatening emergency nearby. That could be anything from severe flooding, wildfires, extreme weather events included. The idea is simple: get the message out fast and save as many lives as possible. Now, this isn't the first time we've seen this, is it? The system was first tested in April 2023, and since then, it's been used for real events like during Storm Dara, when people in Wales and the southwest got an alert warning them of the danger. But this year, it is different. The government is testing the system again, and this time it's against a much darker backdrop. Let's get into the heart of the matter. The UK government's national security strategy, published just days ago, has issued a blunt warning. Britain must actively prepare for a potential wartime scenario on our home soil. For the first time in years, ministers are telling us we need to be ready for war. Right here in the UK. Why? Well, because many people argue that threats to the UK are real and that they're growing. The government, of course, points to rising aggression from hostile states like Russia and Iran. Russian cyber attacks, sabotage, and Iranian hostile activity are definitely increasing in the UK. The strategy warns that some adversaries are laying the foundations for a future conflict, positioning themselves to disrupt our energy supplies, supply chains, and even deter us from standing up to their aggression. This isn't just about sending troops overseas, of course, it's about protecting us in the homeland. The government is calling for an all-of-society effort to counter threats like assassination, espionage, and cyber attacks.
Hello, I'm Bev Turner. Now, it can feel like the money in our bank accounts at the moment does not keep up with the cost of living, and maybe there's a solution. I'm here today with the CEO of Tally Money, Cameron Parry. Cameron, what is Tally Money?
Well, Bev, with Tally Money, you get a current account and a debit card, but instead of pounds, you use milligrams of gold as your everyday money.
So why gold?
Gold traditionally is a great store of value. It has, on average, gone up at over 11% per annum for the last 25 years against the pound. It's tripled in value in the last decade, and in the last 2 years alone, it's increased by 50% against the pound. Banks' savings products just can't compete with that level of growth.
But this isn't just about gold. This is about a currency that you guys have created at Tally Money. Explain it to me as though I'm an idiot.
So, look, people need to be able to hold their earnings and build their savings in a money that retains its value and remains in their legal control and remains theirs to access, away from government control.
Great. You had me at not exposed to government control.
You should feel safe and happy with your money. You should have peace of mind the more money you see in your bank balance, and that's the type of thing we're trying to deliver, and give people choice in the type of money they get to use every day.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Cameron. Thank you.
They're investing £800 million in new biolabs and nuclear-capable F-35A jets, and they're urging businesses, councils, and you citizens at home to take part in annual national resilience exercises. And here's the kicker. The government is telling you, the Brits at home, to stockpile essentials such as tin food, batteries, and other basics. It's a message we haven't heard since the Cold War, one that many of us, including myself, may never have heard. And it's a sign of just how serious things have become. So what does that mean for you? Well, later this year, the exact date hasn't been set yet, but every phone in the United Kingdom will receive a test emergency message from their alert system. When it comes, your phone will make a loud siren-like noise for about 10 seconds. It's going to vibrate, and then it's going to pop up a message on screen. It will look something like this. Severe alert. This is a test of emergency alerts, a new UK government service that will warn you if there is a life-threatening emergency nearby. In a real emergency, follow the instructions in the alert to keep yourself and others safe. Visit gov.uk/alerts for more information. This is a test. You do not need to take any action. Well, the message is clear. This is a test. But in a real emergency, of course, it could save your life. And from now on, the government plans to test this system every 2 years to make sure it's ready when we need to use it. Now, lots of people, some of you watching this video, are going to shrug this off as just another government test. I can understand that. But let's be clear, this is more about than just checking a box, as they do in Whitehall often. The world is changing, and the threats to our security are evolving. And the government is preparing for the worst. And of course, rightfully, they want you to be ready too. The emergency alert system is just one part of a much bigger plan. The UK's resilience framework is all about making sure we can withstand shocks, whether that's a natural disaster, a terrorist attack, or yes, even war. The idea to make sure that when the worst happens is that we are not, as a country, caught off guard. But there are challenges. Not everyone has a mobile phone, of course. Over 1.3 million people in the UK still don't. That's why the government is also looking at other ways to get the message out. That's like local radio broadcasts. And there are concerns, of course, about privacy, about the stress the alarm might cause, and about what happens if the system is overused or even misused. But for now, the focus is, of course, on making sure we are prepared. So, what should you do? Well, first of all, don't panic. It is a test, of course, and the government is being upfront about it. Of course, we're telling you in advance too. But do take the warning seriously. If you want to opt out, maybe you're worried about the alarm or have had your hidden phone for your own safety somewhere, you can turn off the alerts. On Apple devices, go to Settings, then Notifications, and scroll down to Extreme and Severe Alerts to toggle them off. And while you're at it, think about your own preparedness. The government is urging people to stock up on the essentials, and frankly, it's not a bad idea. Tin food, batteries, water, these are things you should have at home just in case something does go wrong. Finally, stay informed. Keep an eye on the news and make sure you know what to do if you get a real emergency alert. The government will give you clear instructions in that message if it does happen, but it's up to you, of course, to act on it. The world is a more dangerous place than it was a few years ago. The war in Ukraine, rising tensions in the Middle East, cyber attacks, sabotage, these are real threats, and we don't always hear about them either. And they're not going to go away. The government is taking them seriously, and I think you should too. The emergency alert system is a vital tool in our nation's resilience toolkit. It's not perfect, but it is a start. And the government are warning us to prepare for war, which really is more important now and seems more likely than it ever has been. And let's hope it doesn't happen, but you should be ready for whatever comes next. So when your phone blasts out that alarm later this year, don't ignore it. Take a moment to think about what it means and what you can do to keep yourself and your family safe. This is Alex Armstrong for GB News, and I'll see you next time. Stay alert, stay safe, and stay tuned.